jusqu'à Carey Price. Price intervient rapidement. Remet dans le haut de la zone, c'est la relance. Voilà maintenant Arturi Lekonen. Progresse. Contre à droite. S'arrête à la pointe droite. Remet derrière. Belle passe à Gallagher. Gallagher s'installe au cercle droit. Remonte la zone. Passe à Markov. L'attaque se déploie. Le Canadien en avantage numérique. Weber fait circuler jusqu'à Galchenyuk. Ça revient à Weber. Le lancer. Shea Weber!
Give the ball. Get him. Give it. Give it. Give it. I want you to take me to funk it down. Funk it down. Come on, give the ball. Give the ball. Oh, you. Stay alive, stay alive. Stay alive.
Game over. Well, that was like an off day. Didn't get any work done. Didn't get anything much done. Not much vlogging. I don't really have any explanations for it. That's just life. I'm pretty disappointed about it. I mean, saw some people, but I mean, feel like I'm missing something in my day. I feel like I didn't get ahead today. Well, that's about as much regrets as I'm gonna have out of it. Gonna go to sleep and do better tomorrow. What's up, guys? Lazy Sunday morning. Just getting up, having my breakfast, some Greek yogurt and some granola. And as usual, when I get up, I check the sports news. Today on the sports news, I read an article about the American women hockey team for the national championships. A lot of the girls are boycotting the event because they think their pay is not fair. They think they should get paid just as much as men do. And I'm not going to make an argument for the sex, whether they should get paid the same or not, just because they play the same game and they're a different sex. I don't really care about the sex, to tell you the truth. I think who decides what you get paid is the market. The market decides what you're worth. I'll give you an example. If 10 million people want to watch an NHL hockey game or the Olympic hockey game, it's worth so much money to be paid for that. Guess what? If there's 10 million people that are going to watch the women's hockey game, you're going to get paid the same. If there's 1 million people that watch the hockey game, you should get paid 10 times less. If there's 100 million people watching a game, you should get paid 10 times more. That's how business works. The market decide. You don't decide what you're worth. You don't decide what you're worth. The market decides. What about the guys that play in the NHL but only make $900,000 per season? And there's a guy in their locker room sitting right beside him making $9 million a year. Whoa. They don't have the sex card to play. What's their... Nobody's crying about that. Why is it? Well, because that's what their worth is. That's what their value is. the other person is way more in demand. He sells so much more t-shirts, jerseys. He scores 10 times more goals than the other guy, and nobody argues why he's getting paid 10 times more. I mean, what? A woman, she could just play the woman card and say, I want to get paid equal. Well, guess what? Nobody watches your games. The sponsors are not going to pay you the same thing. Think about it. It's the market that decides, not you. And don't play the woman's card. It's not the same game. Put a woman in a men's game. She'll get hurt. She won't even touch a puck. That's the truth. I'm all like, I want women to play sports. I want them to play sports together. I want them to have fun. I want people that want to watch it. But the reality is, if there's a men's hockey game and a women's hockey game, I'm going to watch the men's hockey game all along. They skate faster, they hit harder, they shoot harder. It's just the truth. I'm part of the market, and my opinion is that men's hockey is worth more than women. Now, there's other subjects that women get paid so much more than men. Not that many, but there is some. And you've never heard a man bring up the fact that they should get paid the same. What's up, guys? I'm back. Felt good to take a couple days off. It's Monday morning. Well, actually, it's around noon. Taking a couple days off, it feels really good. I feel really good this morning, actually, because the last couple days, the weekend in particular, I felt like I was in a funk. I wasn't myself. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I was really, in my mind, really trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And it's not until this morning where I took a step back and realized what exactly was going on. So I'm going to try to explain that to you guys over pretty much this whole video. There's not going to be much else to be shown. I'm going to pass you guys some clips of my last few days and of today while I'm explaining all this to you. So here we go. Like I said, I've been in a funk. I've been questioning myself. What's going on? What's going on? What has changed? Because I didn't intentionally change anything. But like I told you guys the other day in the last episode, my priorities list has changed. And that's just natural with my family coming and my business growing. That's what's more important to me. But it's not as easy as just saying these things are changing. A lot of things around that are changing too. And it has consequences. Once you change one thing, a lot of other things get affected throughout that. Like, I've been seeing little changes, like the fact that my workouts have been harder to come by. Like, I have a harder time motivating myself, and I found the reason. It's because my priorities changed. And it's like I knew it, but I didn't accept it. So it's like I was battling it within myself. I was still trying to make, like it used to be. I wanted it to be like it used to be. People are afraid to change because they're comfortable, because it was okay the way it used to be. It was okay the way it used to be, yes. But what I want is I want to get better. And if you want something you've never had, you need to do something you've never done. And doing things you've never done feels uncomfortable. It's uncertain. You've never done it. Well, guess what? Most people stop right there and they don't push through it and they don't go to the next step. Because what happens when you take the next step most of the time is that you realize there's no reason to fear whatever you were fearing, or there's no reason to fight it. It's actually better this way. It's just the unknown, the risk, which is, what's the risk, really? Like, I talk about all these things, but I don't go in depth. I try to cover the surface stuff, but there's some internal conflicts going on inside of me that I've been having a hard time to share because, it's not sunshine and it's not rainbows, and that's what everybody wants to show. But the reality is, that's just a front. The reality is, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. And I've been battling that. It's a battle I've been having inside of me. Not necessarily on purpose. I don't want to battle myself. And I know that change is good. And I know that everything, but I like some of the things that used to happen, and I'm fearful that it's going to change. That the good part are going to change as well. Like, it's not necessarily on purpose. The thing I love to do the most forever and ever in my life, since I young, like 9, 7, 8, whatever, I love to play sports. It's like the thing I love to do the most. And I always wanted that to be like the thing I do, the thing that makes me vibe. And right now, doing this business because I'm so driven towards it, because my family's coming, and that's my goal right now. I don't actually even feel like playing hockey right now. Like, I go, but I know my time would be better invested doing something else. And that has been a battle inside of me. Like, until I could word it this morning to myself that the business is more important now. It's just the way it is. I have to accept it. Like, I don't have to fight it. It's what I want. It's just never what I thought I want. But I allow myself to change. Change is good. So there's no point battling it. Since Abby's going to be here soon, I've been focusing on the short term, the now. But the reality is, everything I do is based on the very long game. On the 10-year plan, the 20-year plan. But I need to take actions daily. And in taking actions daily, I got confused with the long run. And I got carried away with all this confusion and other subjects in other areas of my life. Because by looking at the short term, I've been looking at the wrong variables. And sometimes when you focus on the wrong thing, you know, it just plays with your emotions. When you get so focused on the little daily stuff, it starts to go too fast. You start to lose track of the big goal. And that was my problem. You know, I was looking at the useless variables, the stuff that's not important. I was blaming other people. I wasn't looking at myself in the mirror anymore. You know, I was looking too hard. When you look too hard for answers and you don't focus on the big goal, you come up with all sorts of answers that are not necessarily the right ones. But when you focus on a problem for too long instead of acting, you're going to come up with some funky answers. You know, sometimes that can be frustrating and it can play with your emotions. That's why focusing on the main goal is the good thing. You know, it took me until today to step back and realize, you know, change is good. You can't battle it. You just got to dive in head first and just go with it, you know. Like, things have been changing so rapidly since I started this vlog and since Abby's coming, and I got complacent. I thought things had changed, you know, and they keep changing, and you got to keep evolving. You got to keep getting better. Things are going to change. Got to focus on the positive. Things are going to change. This vlog, it's going to change, you know. I started a health and fitness vlog 36, 37 episodes ago. Fitness is not the most important thing on my list anymore. What do? I can battle it, I can try to fake it, or I can just talk about what I really care. My business, my family, my life. Fitness, I'll still talk about that. You know, been debating. It's called the Matt's Cabana Health and Fitness Vlog. What are they going to think if I change what I talk about? You know, that's what happens when you focus on the small details. That's irrelevant. The big goal, I know where I'm going to be in 10 years. I can see it. This vlog is just practice. There's no point worrying about what people are going to think if I start talking about business, or if I start talking about family, or if I don't talk about my meals, or what if I get fat. It's irrelevant, you know? It used to be important to me. Still is very important to me. My health. I want to be here. I want to live till I'm 117 years old. And if there was a possibility to go to 300, I'd pick 300. I really want to be here forever, and I know that starts with my health, so it's really important to me. But I'm moving on. This vlog's going to live, but the form, the shape of it, it might change. I don't know. It's always going to be part of my vlog. It's always going to be part of my life. Right now I'm focusing on my business. That's what I think of 24/7. That's what I do 12 hours a day, you know? You guys get to see 8 hours, or you guys get to see, 8 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 18 minutes of 2 of my days. Like, it's nothing. But the rest of the day, you know? That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to show. That's what the real life is now. I can't just I can just pick the 6, 7, 8, you know. I take care of my fitness. I take care of my health. Cook my own food, and it's delicious. It's good. I like showing it. You know, I like working out. I like showing it. I like being an example, but it's taking a back seat, doing something else now. I've been battling that. No point battling it. It's what I want. It's the conclusion I came to today. Anyways, I think you guys enjoy the show because it's real and it's true. And I think you guys are going to keep enjoying the show, whatever the hell I talk about, as long as it's the reality, the truth. Can't make shit up. Can't tell people what they want to hear. People see right through your bullshit. It's not always sunshine, it's not always rainbow. Wow, even just talking about it got me in a funk again. That's what happens when you focus on the small stuff. You know, I didn't want to focus on it. I just wanted to talk about it, and it got me in a bad mood. Anyways, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm out of it. I'm ready. It's Monday. I'm going to grind the shit out of this life. I'm going to get some work done, and I'm going to do some vlogging because I actually enjoy the shit out of doing this. It's not always sunshine. It's not always rainbow. But on this show, it's always going to be the truth. On these words, I'll let you guys go. I'll see you another time.